I mean, ultimately, what you're looking for is, do they like their job? Would that be kind of like what you're trying to like, are you happy? Do you like your job? Do you feel like you're being challenged? Are you engaged? Is that kind of the thing?
Yeah, we take a multifaceted approach to measuring kind of engagement as a construct. So in terms of, do you like your job? Would you recommend working here? And kind of, do you want to stay here? We see those as kind of the key areas that we want to measure in terms of, are you engaged? And that also helps us, when you break it out, determine, kind of the bigger experience. If one score is dropping lower than another one, kind of how do we remedy that? And then from there, the other items, we refer to them as drivers, which is also what Glint refers to them as, drivers of engagement. So for a more kind of technical speak, the predictors versus the engagement being the outcome variable.
Yeah,
that's also in terms of action planning. We do, action planning with our managers, and the focus is always on not the engagement items themselves, because we say those are the outcomes. Our goal is to take action around the drivers. We want to take action around the areas of opportunity and those drivers of engagement that will then indirectly improve engagement overall.
What are some examples of actions that you've taken around drivers?
So right now we're in our action planning phase, and we're really taking the approach of, it needs to be cumulative and individual. So working with your team on an action plan around your team level results, but then they should also be doing that with the team below them and below them, so that it's not necessarily all fed up into one single goal, but it's cumulative to a certain degree and individual, because each team's going to have some nuances that are accounted for in the survey and in the results.
So you're using Glint. You're using, what was it that you said earlier? What was that?
Visier.
You're using Visier, you're using Glint. What other technologies do you guys use?
Those are our two major kind of technologies. In terms of actual data analytics and statistics, a good chunk of our team uses R. My background is SPSS, and I'm trying to get my feet wet within R a bit more. So those are used a lot on the back end for the more analytics outside of tools. We try to have a healthy balance of utilizing the dashboard capabilities of the tools we have as much as possible, and then also pulling that raw data out and merging it with other data sources to do more predictive analytics and more kind of high level analytics with those.
Okay, so you have with Glint and Visier, and it ties in with your other systems, so you can easily, through those APIs or plugins, pull the information in there and see them within the dashboards, which is way easier than like 10 years ago when I was pulling from 5 different sets into crystal reports off of a SQL database and then into Excel and trying to create a visualization model. And right, but do you use Excel or do you?
Yes.
Right?
Yes, every day. We still use, Excel is the one thing that's never going to go away. I think Google Sheets are fine, but Excel still reigns as the king.